Hi, I'm Jonabel Basit, a second-year civil engineering student here in MSU-IIT. In this video, I and my lab mates will show you how to perform the time setting of the cement, or this is also called as the VICAT test. In this lab activity, we have two objectives. The first one is to determine the initial setting time for the cement paste, and the second objective is to determine the final setting time of the cement paste. Take note that we have to be knowledgeable enough before we perform this activity.
For your information, the time of setting the test determines the time which elapses before the paste ceases to be fluid and plastic or the initial set, and also the time required for it to harden to a certain degree or the final set. Initial setting time is the time elapsed between the moments that the water is added to the cement to the time that the paste starts losing its plasticity. Lastly, final setting time is the time elapsed between the moment the water is added to the cement and the time when cement paste loses its plasticity completely and has attained sufficient firmness to resist certain definite pressure.
Hopefully, these definitions will help you to understand more the lab activity that we are going to perform in this video. Now, Ms. Nichole will introduce you the lab apparatuses that are necessary for this lab activity.
So here are the apparatuses that are necessary for this lab activity. First, we have the VICAT apparatus, needles for initial and final setting time, a stopwatch, a graduated cylinder, a hand trowel, and lastly, we have the balance and weights.
Procedure. The test procedure for initial and final setting time is divided into three phases: preparation of test, determination of initial setting time, and determination of final setting time. Preparation of test. Consistency of cement shall be tested before conducting a test to find out percentage of the water required by the weight of cement as normal consistency of cement. Take about 300 grams of cement and add water about 0.85 times P, where P is the percentage of water required for normal consistency of cement. Mix water with cement quickly in a short time, about 3 minutes to 5 minutes. Start the stopwatch at the instance when water is added to the cement. Record this time as T1. Now, fill this prepared cement paste in a VICAT apparatus mold having a diameter of 80 mm and a height of 50 mm resting on a non-porous glass plate. Properly fill and smooth off the top surface of mold and level it.
Initial setting time of cement. For determining the initial setting time of cement, place this mold filled with cement paste below the VICAT apparatus and fit the needle used for testing the initial setting time. Lower the bottom of the needle such that it touches the top of cement paste filled in mold. Remove the locking pin from the top and quickly release the needle, allowing it to penetrate into the cement paste. At the beginning, the needle of course penetrates and touches the bottom of mold. Repeat this process, like quickly releasing the needle after every 2 minutes until the needle fails to penetrate the cement paste for about 5 mm measured from the bottom of the mold. Note time T2 when needle fails to penetrate 5 mm from the bottom of the mold. Final setting time of cement. For determining the final setting time of cement, replace the initial setting time needle with the final setting time needle. We weren't able to follow the standard procedure as there was no final setting time needle available in the lab. We utilized the initial setting time needle instead. However, it is recommended to use the appropriate final setting time needle to obtain accurate results for this cement test. Now, slightly release this needle on the surface of cement paste and observe that it is making an impression of the ring on the surface or not. Note the time a needle fails to make an impression on the surface of cement paste.
Calculations. Water to be added in the cement is equal to 0.85 times P times W, where P is the percentage of consistency of cement, and W is equal to the weight of the cement sample in grams. Initial setting time is equal to T2 minus T1, where T2 is the time when needle fails to penetrate 5 mm from the bottom of the mold, and T1 is equal to the time when the water is added to the cement. In our experiment, the initial setting time is equal to 12:45 p.m. minus 11:59 a.m., which is equal to. Next, the final setting time is equal to T3 minus T1, where T3 is the time when angular needle ring impression stop on cement paste, and T1 is the time when the water is added to the cement. In our experiment, the final setting time was found to be equal to 4:35 p.m. minus 11:59 a.m., which gives. All the results in the calculations are summarized on the table shown in the screen. Standard specifications and limits. The standard specification for the initial setting time is 45 minutes minimum, while the standard specifications for the final setting time is 375 minutes maximum. Results and discussions. After conducting the VICAT test on the 300-gram sample of Portland cement mixed with 79 milliliters of water, the initial setting time of the sample was determined to be 46 minutes, while the final setting time was determined to be 276 minutes.